Thanks to PlayStation for sending me the Dualsense Edge controller for the PlayStation 5. So, let's unbox it. Hi, I'm Steve Saylor, a blind accessibility consultant, and if you're wondering how I'm able to play video games if I'm blind, if you take a look at the video here, or the video is not there, click the link in the description down below to see exactly what I see when I'm playing video games. Okay, so thanks to PlayStation, they have sent this over to me, and I'm going to try to cut this without actually cutting myself. There we go. And I'm going to unbox it for you today. I actually have been excited for the Dualsense Edge because I love... So my daily driver has generally always been the Xbox Elite 2 controller, mainly because of the back paddles and also the quick sort of like the low, I don't know what it's called, where you don't have to basically hit it, like click the trigger buttons as far. You can be able to adjust that. So I've been very curious to see what PlayStation's DualSense Edge could be like ever since that they announced it, and also what it could potentially be for helpful for accessibility. So let's take a look. So they've got a, okay, here's the PlayStation logo. Let's open this up and see. Ooh, okay. It's got like a nice, like, it's got an interesting smell to it. It's different than like a lot of plastic smells. I'm just saying. It's got like a little bag thing. Okay. Oh, here we go. Here is the carrying case. And I don't know if you can kind of see there. It's kind of hard to tell just based on the lighting, but like right here in the center, there's like, there we go, a etched in PlayStation controller. This is plastic, by the way. This is not this is not cloth or leather or whatever. This is hard shell plastic. Oh, this is cool though. Basically, they have like a little flap on the back that I believe you can actually be able to poke a cable into to be able to charge it. So you can actually have store the controller in the case. So let's open up the case here. The zippers have like a little PS logo on them. So let's take a look. That's literally all there is in the box, by the way. That's basically everything is all stored in here. Okay, here we go. This is what is inside the case of the DualSense Edge. So let's take off the let's take out the controller itself, and we'll set the case down for a second. Take the little plastic off. Okay, so noticeable difference already immediately obviously is the black touchpad. And I actually have, hold on, here we go. Here is the original DualSense controller, and here is the DualSense Edge controller. You can definitely tell that there is a difference between the two. There is a black touchpad and also black D-pad and black buttons. One thing I kind of wish that they did for the for basically the face buttons is to have the color of those buttons in instead of just white. It does help with color blindness, but also like for cognitive disabilities, having the color buttons actually kind of help with that. But you know, it's PlayStation's design for the PS5. I will say, like, weight-wise, it kind of feels like the DualSense Edge is just slightly heavier than the regular DualSense. If not, like, basically, like, it kind of feels a little bit, like, heftier in the center than necessarily on the sides, but not by much, not as noticeable. Like, if you're holding them side by side, you can kind of tell a little bit of the difference, but not by much. Now, in comparison to the Elite 2 for Xbox, I mean, we're pretty much in the same territory. We're pretty much in the same weight-wise, feel-wise, for me, personally, after using the Elite 2 for so long, I think this is kind of comparable. I think it's basically roughly around the same weight as that. So what's cool is that they have these function buttons that you can be able to switch between. As far as I know, I think the profiles, you can have several different control profiles for this. But let's take a look closely at the controller here. You can kind of see the little like X, triangle, square, circle pattern in the touchpad. This is obviously a plastic shiny, which apparently you can be able to take this off and actually take out these thumbsticks to swap them out. And then we'll take a look at the back. That's where you can be able to put these little slots, or where you can be able to put in the back pedals and the also the shoulder buttons and the trigger buttons. I will say there is actually a little bit more of a grip on these on this than and even on the trigger buttons in comparison to the regular DualSense. Yeah, the DualSense doesn't have any like sort of grippiness to it. Actually, if you take a look at the triggers on there, if it can focus, there we go. You can kind of see a tiny little bit of the same pattern on the touchpad with the circle, square, triangle, and X. You can adjust the trigger trigger. I don't know what do they call it? It's a thing. It's where travel, I guess. The trigger travel. I don't know. Anyway, so this is so it was default was kind of like the full. So you can basically push down fully in order to be able for the button to register. But if you push it down all the way, which is what I normally do, ooh, the travel isn't that far, which is great. Okay, but then also in the case, it comes with a few different options. You have these half moon paddles for the back. So if you don't like sort of the regular paddles, that you can sort of have the little half moon. That's like that way your fingers aren't sort of resting on the back paddles all the time. You can actually be able to it will mean some significant movement to be able to hit those buttons. There is this thing here which I found interesting. I didn't know what it was at first when I first heard about it, but when I looked into it, it's actually a cable lock that if you plug in the DualSense Edge into the PS5 instead of doing wireless, you can basically plug this cable directly into it, and it will lock it in place. So that way, the cable doesn't pop out while charging or while playing. Like if you have to, like if you sort of you're into rage moments, or you pull out the controller or whatever, it'll make sure that the cable doesn't snap off. And then they have the different, I think the different sort of length thumbsticks as well. And then it comes with a braided cable. Okay, so that's it. That's it for the unboxing. I'm gonna basically try this out with a few games, and we're gonna be able to sort of do a quick review of this in an upcoming video. But for right now, this is just the kind of the unboxing of the DualSense Edge controller for the PlayStation 5. All right, perfect. Well, that's it for me. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. And if you have any questions about the accessibility of this controller, let me know in the comments down below. And also, while you're down there, click the like and subscribe button. It'll really help this channel out a lot. All right, take care. Have a great one. And I'm proud of you. As always, I remain obediently yours. Bye.